it feels like every door has been forcefully shut before you, when you find yourself feeling disregarded, unseen, forgotten, or pushed away, pay attention, for God is speaking directly to your heart. He is saying, I will open doors for you. Stop worrying. These are not the words of a distant or absent voice. They come from the one who created every path, every opportunity, every breakthrough, and every miracle. God is reminding you that the doors you cannot open on your own are the very doors He will open through His mighty power. And once God declares a door open, no force on earth can close it. When God marks something for your life, nothing and no one can block it, take it away, or bury it. When God is the one opening the door, there is no need to beg, chase, or fear. All you need to do is trust. Many people go through life weighed down by anxiety, waking up each day uncertain of what lies ahead. They wonder if their efforts will ever be enough, if the right opportunity will ever come their way, or if their situation will ever improve. They see locked doors and assume they will always stay that way. They see delays and think it means denial. But God sees the way ahead, even when you cannot see it. God knows the path that has not yet revealed itself. He says, I will open doors for you. Stop worrying, because worry clouds your vision. Worry blinds your heart. Worry makes you focus more on the weight of your circumstances than on the power of your Creator. And God is calling you to rise above that. There are doors you've been trying to open with your own strength. You've pushed against them, prayed over them, and knocked time and time again, wondering why nothing is changing. But sometimes the delay is not a rejection. Sometimes it's God protecting you from a door that isn't meant for you. Sometimes it's God preparing you for a door far bigger than the one you're standing in front of. Sometimes the door you desire isn't the one God has chosen for you. And when God says no to a door, it's because He is preparing a better one, a higher one, a door that aligns perfectly with your purpose and destiny. God never withholds without a reason, and He never opens without a purpose. When God says, I will open doors for you, He is not speaking from mere hope or wishful thinking. God speaks with absolute authority. He is not limited by time, people, resources, opportunities, or circumstances. God doesn't need a committee. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't need approval. When God decides something for your life, everything in the universe must adjust to His will. That is why you must stop worrying. Worry makes you act as though your situation has more power than God. Worry causes you to see locked doors as stronger than the one who holds the keys. Worry makes you believe that the world can thwart what God has already set in motion. There are times in life when everything seems to unravel all at once. The doors you thought would open stay firmly shut. The people you counted on for help suddenly vanish. The opportunities you relied on slip away. And in those moments, the pull of worry can feel all-consuming. You begin to ask questions you've never thought to ask before. Why is this happening? Why now? Why me? Why does it seem like every door is closing? But often, it is precisely in these moments of seeming failure that God is working behind the scenes to reorganize your life. God is clearing the paths that lead nowhere, so He can set you on the one that leads to the future He has planned for you. Closed doors don't mean that God is absent. Often, they are signs that God is drawing near. When God opens doors, He doesn't do so slowly. He doesn't open them halfway. He doesn't open them bit by bit. When God opens the door, it swings wide with power and clarity. It opens with intention. It opens with a divine blueprint. It opens because God Himself has unlocked it. You might feel like your breakthrough is far off, but God has the ability to open a door in an instant that changes everything. A single decision, a single connection, a single opportunity, or a single shift, God can redirect your entire life with one action. All He asks is that you trust Him long enough to witness it. Worry is the enemy of faith. And God is telling you to stop worrying, because worry depletes your strength and clouds your judgment. Worry accomplishes nothing. It doesn't resolve your issues. It doesn't alter the outcome. It only saps your energy. It only weakens you. It only distracts you. But when you lift your eyes to God, when you place your trust in Him, when you believe that every door meant for you will open at the perfect time, something powerful takes place. Your heart finds peace. Your spirit becomes steady. Your mind becomes clear. Fear loses its grip. Anxiety loses its power. And you begin to walk in a confidence that doesn't come from your circumstances, but from your faith. You may be surrounded by people who doubt you. You may face challenges that overwhelm you. You may encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. But none of that matters when you remember who is leading your steps. God has never once abandoned you. God has never once forgotten you. God has never once failed to keep His promise. And God never begins something in your life that He doesn't plan to complete. The door God opens for you is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is not unstable. When God opens a door, it is crafted by His design, sustained by His wisdom, and guarded by His power. There are times when God allows every door to close in your life. This is so you learn to stop relying on people and place your full trust in Him. If every door opened with ease, you might begin to think that it was your own doing. You might begin to believe that success came from your own abilities, your talents, your strategy, or your connections. But when God shuts every door, when all your efforts seem to fail, and every shortcut you try collapses, that's when you stop and look up. You finally realize that the only door that truly matters is the one God opens. And when He becomes your source, no one or nothing else can control your future. You must also recognize that the door God opens may not be what you expect. God doesn't always open doors you are familiar with. Sometimes He opens a door that challenges you to grow. Other times He opens a door that stretches your faith. Occasionally, He opens a door that calls you to leave your comfort zone so you can step into the greatness He has placed within you. The door God opens may not appear convenient, but it will always be the right door. It may not look easy, but it will always have purpose. It may not align with your plan, but it will always fit into His plan, and God's plan is always greater than your own. There are seasons when you feel forgotten. You watch others moving forward. You see others receiving opportunities. You see others stepping into their blessings, and you start to wonder if your time is past. You question if you missed your moment. But God does not work on human timelines. God does not hurry. God does not panic. God is not pressured by the pace of life. When God says your time has come, nothing can delay it. When He determines the door is ready, it will open at the exact moment it should. Your delay is not a punishment, it is preparation. God is shaping you, strengthening you, refining your character, polishing your spirit, and aligning your steps so that when the door opens, you're ready to walk through with wisdom and confidence. Worry often comes from a desire to control the situation. You want to know how, when, and where everything will fall into place. You want to know every detail before taking the next step. But faith requires trust. Faith requires surrender. Faith requires letting God lead, even when you don't understand what He's doing. And that's why God keeps reminding you, I will open doors for you. Stop worrying. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to fix every problem. You don't need to predict every outcome. God is in control even when you don't see it. God is working even when you can't perceive it. God is preparing the way even when the road looks blocked. Your responsibility is not to open the door. Your responsibility is to remain faithful until He does. Your job is not to panic. Your job is to stay steady. Your job is not to chase after opportunities. Your job is to seek God, because when you seek God, the right opportunities will come to you. When you honor God, the right doors will open to you. When you trust in Him, the wrong doors will be closed for your protection. God directs your steps with care and accuracy. He understands your needs, the timing of those needs, and the way they will be met. Nothing in your life is accidental. Nothing is wasted. Nothing escapes His attention. Reflect on the doors you've passed through in life. Some doors seemed promising but led to disappointment. Some doors appeared small but resulted in growth. Some doors were painful but brought strength. Some doors were shut in your face but spared you from harm. God sees beyond what you can see, and that's why you must place your trust in Him. God is shielding you from doors that could harm you. He is preparing you for doors that will lift you higher, and He is guiding you to doors that align with your purpose. You may have wept over closed doors. You may have pleaded for doors that were never meant to open for you. You may have felt frustrated when nothing seemed to shift. But one day, you will look back and give thanks to God. You'll see that the closed doors were actually blessings. You'll recognize that the delays were meant for your protection. You'll understand that the prayers that went unanswered were redirected for a greater purpose. God is not just opening doors. He is molding your destiny. When God says He will open doors, He means doors that no one can close. Not your past, not your mistakes, not your limitations, not your background, not your insecurities, and not your failures. Your past has no power to cancel your future. Your imperfections cannot disqualify you from your calling. Your weaknesses cannot obstruct God's power. God does not choose based on perfection. He chooses based on purpose. And when God chooses you, no one can reverse that choice. The world may try to shut you out. People may underestimate you. Circumstances may oppose you, but God will still open the door for you. And when He opens it, those who doubted you will watch in silence. Those who turned against you will stand helpless. Those who tried to block you will fail to stop what God has already set in motion, because when God decrees something, it will surely come to pass. Don't let worry make you forget who is with you. Don't let fear make you forget who is leading you. Don't let anxiety make you forget who holds your future. God is not confined by what limits you. He is not intimidated by your obstacles. He is not confused by your challenges. He is not overwhelmed by your circumstances. When God decides to act on your behalf, nothing is too difficult for Him. You may feel stuck today. You may feel like you're standing in a hallway with every door shut, but God is about to do what you cannot do. He is about to open what you cannot open. He is about to lift what you cannot lift. He is about to make a way where there seems to be no way. You might not know how. You might not know when. But doors that come from God don't need an explanation. They only require faith. So stop worrying. Worry can't add a thing to your life. It cannot change tomorrow. It cannot shape the future. But faith can move mountains. Right now, God is speaking to the very depths of your soul. He is telling you that He is about to open doors that have been sealed for years. He is telling you that He is preparing to remove obstacles that have held you back. God is revealing that He is preparing a way that will show you why every delay, every setback, and every disappointment had to unfold as it did. God is not offering comfort without purpose. He is giving you a promise that carries divine authority. And when God gives a promise, it holds truth that cannot be shaken. You must realize that when God opens a door, He doesn't open it halfway. God does not deliver partial breakthroughs. He doesn't provide incomplete victories. When He acts, He does so fully. When He lifts you completely. When He leads you with clarity and precision. Some of the doors God is preparing for you right now won't just bless you, they will change the entire course of your life. They will bring you into contact with people who have the power to propel you toward your purpose. They will connect you to places where your gifts can flourish, your voice can be heard, and your destiny can be realized. There will be times when God places you in situations that seem far removed from the outcome He has promised. But this is where true trust is built. God often hides His greatest blessings behind challenges that stretch your faith. He will allow you to experience seasons of silence so that you learn to depend on His presence rather than visible progress. For when you learn to trust God in the silence, you will have unshakable confidence when the doors finally begin to open. If you can trust God when nothing seems to change, you will walk in boldness when everything starts to shift. Your faith is strengthened not in times of abundance, but in the seasons when all you have is the certainty that God is working behind the scenes. God is preparing you to step into blessings that require spiritual maturity. Not every open door is safe for a heart that is not yet ready. Sometimes the delay is God's way of strengthening you. He is expanding your vision, sharpening your discernment, and teaching you to stand firm in your faith. You may feel restless. You may feel weary. You may feel like you've been waiting far too long. But God does not waste your waiting. He uses it to transform you. He uses it to deepen your character. He uses it to purify your intentions. When the door finally opens, you will realize that the waiting was not a detour. It was a divine investment in your future. There are also doors you've passed through in the past that left you wounded. Some doors led you into relationships that drained your spirit. Some doors placed you in environments that diminished your worth. Some doors brought you pain, loss, and confusion. Now, you hesitate. You wonder if the next open door will bring more of the same. But rest assured, God is not leading you back to what once broke you. God is guiding you into a future that brings healing. He is not reusing your past. He is rewriting your story. When He opens the next door, it will not reflect your old wounds. It will bring peace instead of fear, clarity instead of confusion, and purpose instead of pain. Don't let the memory of the wrong door prevent you from stepping into the right one. Some of you may feel unworthy of the door God is preparing for you. You look at your flaws and think they disqualify you. But God does not call you because